Gibson goes. That baby is out of here. Long gone, as Ernie would say. That was like the one on Friday night. Almost the same spot to the upper deck. And it's 9-7.
Well, welcome to the Homer Dome. That home run means that Molly Goodman of Detroit will receive a free case of Faygo. Her favorite charity, ALS Clinic at Ford Hospital, will receive 5 free cases, all available at Farmer Jack's. Another high fastball. There it is, just above the belt, and he hammered it. Didn't make any. There was no doubt about it. Gibson, with that good bat speed, knew it right away.
Here's Travis Fryman. Foul ball. Welcome to Little Caesars slow pitch softball, everyone.
Look at this. It's way up in the upper deck in right center field. Up in the blue section.
We've had 8 home runs in this game, and we're only in the 4th. That was number 7 on the season for Gibson.
I think we ran out of Faygo reads. We're going to have to go get some more.
To start giving away leaders instead of the cases. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Fryman. So all Gibson has done now is homer in 5 of his last 6 games. McCaskill misses with a curveball. 2-2. Curtis and Fielder each with 2. Gibson with a homer. To go with ones by Durham, Karkovice, and Graybeck. Ryman turns on it. Nice play by Tim Raines. That was a hard sinking drive to left that Raines was able to catch up to. Tough break for Fryman because he ripped it.
Tim Raines, not one of your better defensive outfielders, makes an outstanding play to take a base hit away from Travis Fryman. And when you're struggling a little bit, it seems like the outfielders make those kind of plays on you. But an outstanding play by Timmy Raines in left field.
Here's Higginson. Curveball, ball 1. Bobby's been on base twice today via the walk. 9-10-1 for the Tigers, 7-7-1 for the Sox. Fastball, inside corner strike. Each team has an error so far. Caskill took something off that one. Oh, is his batting practice fastball there, perhaps?
I think that was more of a straight change.
Curveball, steer right 3. It just froze Higginson. That was McCaskill's best breaking ball since he's come out of the bullpen. That's his patented hook.
Well, he gave up on the ball. You can't give up on a good curveball like McCaskill has. 10 inches down and 1 away. That'll show you the biting curveball that McCaskill has. And he took a little bit off of it down to 67 when it got by the hitter. So it's one of those pitches that just keeps digging on you.
Here's Bautista, twice a strikeout victim. Slider is high and away, ball 1. I mean, can you recall a game where you've had 8 home runs in such a short period of time?
Not in my mediocre career, I can't. We might have to go back to the record books. If you know, they keep records for everything, how a guy puts their pants on, what shoes they're wearing nowadays, so maybe we can check that out.
Well, it is a record for a sunny day in May. In an even
kind
year.
of a sunny day of May.
Wind is blowing out now to left center field.
Boy, if the ball's jumping here, how about on the golf course today?
Woo. Even I might hit one on the screws today. Fastball to Bautista. Frank Beckman, the Tiger radio voice, gets his first match of the year.
He finally got one.
Had that first baseman's mitt.
He finally got it.
All right, Frank.
He finally got it.
Flag it down.
I tell you what, if you'd cook that glove, we could eat off of it for a week. It's so big.
All right, Frank. He knew it was a matter of time. Bautista goes down on strikes for the third time in the ball game. Tigers continue at least a run an inning. They get one more here in the fourth on the Gibson blast. So 4 complete. Don't go away. More fireworks to come. Tigers lead 9-7. John Kruk to lead it off for the White Sox in the fifth. Goes the opposite way. In the gap. It'll be extra bases. Kruk trudges into second base with a leadoff double. Oh, we've had a little bit of everything in this crazy ball game.
Second double of the year for Kruk. First time. I'm not sure he's faced John Doherty before, but he knows he throws a good sinker, and he went with the sinker that time. Good piece of hitting.
Kruk had the double here on Friday night.
You know, I have to tell you, I kind of took a break, went back outside our booth here, and I saw Beckman running to the boys' room. He was so excited he had to take a break, catching that pop-up.
Even with a glove, huh? Doherty misses outside. Well, you hang around the Tiger broadcast booth long enough, you're going to get a few souvenirs.
You're not kidding. I've got one off my coconut last year.
Did you really?
Yeah, I blocked it with my hand.
Ventura wraps it into the hole. Kruk will be held up at third.
Yeah, the only way Kruk could have scored is if it was a double or triple.
Even then, he might have needed a bike. Just kidding, John. Listen, with his sense of humor, he'd get it.
Oh, he'd love it. He'd love it.
He'd be rolling. So Ventura on with his first hit of the ball game, just his second of the series.
Well, his last time up, he hit that long fly ball to center field, and that kind of turned him around a little bit. Now follows that with a base hit.
So here's Devereaux. He's 1 for 2, doubled and scored in the second. In the hole, Trammell to Whitaker. It'll score a run as Ventura is retired. RBI to Devereaux. And it's 9-8. Oh, we got one of those Wrigley Field games where the wind's blowing out.
You're right.
Where it could be the last team that scores. In this case, the Tigers being the home team. We shall see. Here's Durham, a switch hitter now, flips over to the left side. Homered his last time up. His first major league home run. Takes strike 1 from Doherty. Doherty misses inside, 1-1. Devereaux, the runner at first, has 1 stolen base so far. He's been caught once. Durham goes the opposite way down the left field line. Hooking in the corner. It's a fair ball. Higginson couldn't get there. Here comes Devereaux racing around to third base, and he will slide in safely. And Durham has himself a double. Higginson had a long way to come, and Bobby just could not flag down that flare down the left field line.
Well, I think everybody in the ballpark, including Durham, thought that was going to be foul.
I did too.
But the wind must have played tricks with it and kept it in fair territory as Higginson had a long run, just unable to catch up with it as it bounces by him. But I watched Durham at the plate. He didn't even leave the plate right away. But the wind kind of changed a little bit and blew that back in fair territory.
So Doherty's got to bear down against Karkovice, who lifts a fly ball to medium right field. Should score the runner Devereaux. It does, as the throw is cut off by Trammell. And give the Chicago White Sox credit. They were down 7-1 in this game, but have battled back to tie things at 9. Second sac fly of the ball game for Karkovice, so he now has 3 RBIs. Not bad for a 200 hitter, huh?
Well, he didn't try to do anything fancy. He jumped on a high breaking ball that Doherty threw up. Didn't try to pull it. Just wanted to put it in play out in the outfield someplace, which he did, and tied the ball game.
So second run allowed by Doherty. And here's Graybeck, who completed the trifecta for Chicago in the 4th with his first home run of the season. Durham, the lead run, is now at second base in a 9-9 ball game. Downstairs, 2-0. So it's now McCaskill and Doherty's game to win or lose. No action in either bullpen. Doherty's fastball, high and tight, 3-0. White Sox have had at least one hit in every inning so far. Fastball strike from Doherty. Roberto Martin, the leadoff man, is on deck. Two outs. We're in the 5th. Doherty just misses with a breaking ball, and Graybeck is walked.
And there will be a pitch hitter for Martin. It's like a Newson.
It will be Warren Newson, who's had most of the pinch hitting appearances for the White Sox this year. He is 2 for 5 in these situations. Overall, he is hitting .333, 11 hits and 33 at-bats. So Doherty needs to get this final out of the inning and give his mates a chance to regain the lead.
Well, they have good speed on the base pass. Durham at second, outstanding speed. Graybeck runs well, and Newsom also has fine speed. Well, he hit a ball yesterday in the ball game, batting left-handed in the upper deck, just foul by about a foot or two right down the line. So he is strong.
He's only 5'7", but he's 200 pounds, so he is definitely put together. Ball one from Doherty.
Somewhere down the line, someone had to call him Tank or something like that, don't you think?
Or Mr. Tank.
Mr. Tank, right.
He had .255 with his club a year ago in only 24 starts, but he had 4 doubles as a pinch hitter. And Doherty falls behind 2-0. He came to the White Sox from the Padres organization with Joey Cora, who has since been moved on to Seattle. And Doherty took something off that one. Newson way in front.
That's what you'd like to see John Doherty do more of, change speeds. Because they'll sit, they sit on that sinker ball.
Doherty misses down low, and Durham steals third. Graybeck was not running at first.
Well, Graybeck, that's what you got to do when you're in first base. You watch that runner in front of you. He goes, you go. Durham stole third easily.
That's Durham's 6th steal of the season and 2nd of the series. He got one Friday night. 3-1, ball 4. So Newsom, the pinch hitter, draws the walk to load the bases.
Just heard Dan Ewald make an announcement that the record for home runs combined in a game, I believe, was 11. Is that what I heard? 11, yes.
For a Tiger game or a period?
Major League game.
No kidding.
Yes.
Well, we got a crack at that.
Oh, here. This isn't even the official game yet. Well, they're going to stall for a little bit of time. Flaherty out, Ralph Troil coming out, and the Tiger bullpen, everybody scrambling down there. Give me a baseball, and it'll be Buddy Groom to try to get loose down there in a hurry with Timmy Raines up, who bats on both sides of the plate for Chicago. Has not been a pitcher's day. We said it early, the ball is carrying like crazy here at Tiger Stadium. Looks like the 4th of July. Reminds me a little bit of some of those Fenway Park ball games that we used to play in. 14-13, it was a humdinger.
Doherty came on in the 4th after the 3 straight home runs issued by Wells. Retired the 3 men he faced, but has had trouble here in the 5th. He needs 1 out as he faces Raines. He's 1 for 2. Bases are filled with Sox as they look to try and go in front for the first time today. Raines off the end of the bat. Doherty will have to cover. Gets there in time, and a huge sigh of relief for the Tiger faithful. But the White Sox get a couple of runs and have tied things up. Tigers come to bat in the bottom of the 5th in a 9-9 standoff.
Welcome back, everybody. We have a slugfest for you. We're tied at 9 apiece as we go to the bottom half of inning number 5. Chad Curtis led off the ball game for Detroit with a solo shot. That made it 1-zip. Then Cecil Fielder also in the first inning with a 3-run blast to straightaway center field, and it was 4-0. Then Karkovice with a sacrifice fly put Chicago on the board, 4-1 in the second. Still in the second, Chad Curtis came right back and hit another home run. That made it 5-1 Detroit. Then Cecil Fielder, he did it again. Another 2-run shot, this time to left center. It was 7-1 Detroit at that time. Now in the third, the big Herb Thomas with an RBI double, 7-2, Detroit leading. Still in the third, Kruk with an RBI ground out. It was 7-3. Still in the third, Robin Ventura with a sacrifice fly, 7-4 at that time in the third inning. Now, also in the third, Alan Trammell with an RBI single. It was 8-4. And then Durham. Things started to come apart right here. Durham, Karkovice, Grayback. Back-to-back home runs, and it was 8-7. Then Gibson with a home run, a solo shot, put the Tigers up 9-7. And then Devereaux with an RBI sacrifice. And then Karkovice with a sacrifice. And that's how we stand 9 apiece as we go to the bottom half of inning number 5. Unbelievable, Fred.
First time in the history of baseball and past sports we've had to hold up the ball game for our scoring summary.
That's right. Jeez. Oh, man.
Here's John Flaherty looking for his first hit this afternoon. Struck out and popped to the catcher. We're in the 5th. Yeah, the folks down in the truck are just now getting a breather.
They're exhausted after that.
Scoring summary together.
Well, Gene Lamott coming out with the trainer to talk to Kurt McCaskill. Here's he did something.
McCaskill entered the ball game in the second, taking over for the starter James Baldwin.
Nobody warming up in Chicago bullpen.
He's an ex-hockey player. He should be okay.
And they do not consider that one visit to the mound. I see the umpire Look over to Sparky and give him the safe sign.
Rips it into the corner, and Mr. Double does it again. He'll pull into second base with yet another two-base hit. John now has 7 of the season, leading the Tigers in that department. So a third of his base hits this year have been doubles. 7 out of 21.
His first 2 at-bats were not good at-bats for him. Good to see him come back the third time and hit a rope like that. Well, here he is, Babe Curtis.
What a day Chad has had. He's raised his batting average 20 points to 263 on 2 homers and a double. Curtis off the end of the bat to Thomas. That'll move the runner Flaherty over to third with 1 out.
That's the way you're supposed to play the game of baseball. Big day for Chad Curtis. 2 home runs and a double, but look what he did there. Hit the ball the right side of the infield to get the runner to third with just 1 down, giving himself up.
We've had 6 doubles in this game to go with the 8 home runs.
Junior. He's a big one, 6'5", 215-pounder out of Puerto Rico.
Rookie of the year, 1990, hit .290 for Cleveland, and then he's had nothing but back problems and injuries since then, and this is the first year he's been able to play much.
Batting .237.
Came back at the end of last year for 54 games, hit .271 for the Tribe. They sure need this young fella back in the lineup healthy.
And makes it 1-1. Cleveland leads 2-0, threatening to put more on the board with Ramirez on at second with 1 down. 1-1 the count to Alomar. Chopper. Travis can't handle it, and Alomar be safe at first. Tough play for Travis. He had to take it on the in-between hop with overspin on it. That'll be an error on Fryman.
Ball gets that overspin, and Travis got trapped. You have to go back and try and pick it, or you have to move in and choke it. He could have moved to his left and in and short hop it. He chose to go back and catch it on the big hop, and it really took a big hop on Travis, and he couldn't quite pick it.
5 errors for Travis this year. With 2 on, 1 down, it'll be the tough Kenny Lofton. Grounded out his first time up, but batting a hefty .355. Tough man to double up with his outstanding speed.
Don't know what Ramirez was thinking of. The young fella still perched on second. Anytime the ball is hit where the third baseman has to move out of position to his left and back, he can walk over to third base, and Manny chose to stay there.
Well, he's an outstanding hitting prospect, but he needs to hone his skills in other areas, and that's one of the areas.
Well, he's young, and somebody will have to tell him if he's going to become a better base runner, because that's one of the things you do when you're on second. The ball's hit in the hole to the shortstop where he can throw you out at third. That's one thing. But when it's hit at the third baseman and he's moving back and away from his position, you walk to third. He can't get back to get you.
Ball 2, no strikes to Lofton. And after a high, hard one, couldn't catch up with it. 2-1. Lofton leading the major leagues with 33 stolen bases. 33 out of 43.
He's tough, man. He got 70 last year. 66 the year before. You let him get a single or a walk, you might as well give him a double, and you want to be careful. He might steal third.
Ball 2, strike 1. There's a shot past Fielder into right field for a base hit. That'll score Ramirez. 1 run in as Lofton jogs into second with a double. Sandy Alomar holds up at third. Cecil playing off the bag at first because of Lofton not being a pull hitter. Pulled a switch this time and pulled it down the line for an RBI double.
It's unusual to see Kenny Lofton pull the ball. He generally slaps it to left and up the middle. But he was ahead in the count, got a pitch he wanted, and he pulled it right down first base. You get a look at this play. See Cecil Fielder's way off the bag, which is where you're supposed to play. Lofton got a pitch up in the strike zone, and he was trying to pull it, and he pulled it down the line for a double.
So the Indians take a 3-0 lead. They have 2 on, second and third with 1 down, and Omar Vizquel, the batter. Ryman and Cecil in close. Little tapper back to Moore. He'll look the runner back and then throw. Now they have the runner hot. Here's the throw to the plate. Kettleton will get Alomar. So a break that time for the Tigers. Bad base running by the Cleveland Indians. Kenny Lofton hung up between second and third, and then Alomar got hung up. Cecil made the play. So the Tigers only give up 1 run. A break that time. Bad base running for the Cleveland Indians. Now, next up in the Cupernall on-deck circle for the Tigers. Take a look at Builder Square. The Tigers on Pass are brought to you by Builder Square. They'll get you squared away.
You going to ball game? There's a drive. Long gone. Keep an eye on this one. It is long gone. Get into the swing of summer. This Thursday is Youth Clinic Day at the ballpark. Call 810-25-TIGER for tickets and get into the swing of summer.
Get a little replay of this. Mike makes a good play here, freezes the runner at third, and then goes to first base to get Vizquel, who didn't do a very good job of trying to drive a run in. And now, for some reason, Sandy Alomar gets off third, and if he's going to come home, he goes the minute Mike throws to first base, he starts in. He waited till Cecil caught the ball, and he ran into the third out, which helps the Tigers. Of course, the Tigers have made 2 missed plays that gave the Indians their 3 runs.
3-0 as
Indians try to help them back.
The second inning. It'll be Junior Felix leading it off for Detroit. He's riding a 17-game hitting streak, 32 for 74. Raised his average to 338. First pitch, breaking ball over for a strike. Junior has 11 multiple hit games. He has multiple hits in 6 of his last 8 games. He has 11 home runs, all since taking over right field on May 26th.
And something else, he has been hot.
There's a chopper right to Sorrento. He'll take it unassisted. The 1 up and 1 down. Mickey Tettleton has been swinging a hot bat as he steps into the plate. Mickey with 13 home runs. Here's what he did yesterday, Jim.
Caught that low fastball away where he likes it, and he just jerked it into the upper tank, and that was the 25th straight game the Tigers have hit a home run.
13 for the Mick. 32 RBIs now. He's homered in 2 straight games. In 4 of his last 5 and 5 of his last 8. And he's hitting 7 of 8. Sat on the bench a few games with that arm injury after he's hit in the elbow in Cleveland by a pitch from Mark Leiter. There's a drive to left. That's in there for a base hit. Tettleton rounding second. He's going to go for 2. The throw from Bell. And he's in there standing up. A 1-out double for Mickey Tettleton. Crossed up the defense, went the other way.
He crossed everybody in the world up. You very seldom ever see Mickey hit the ball to the left field like He just did, and it looked like he was looking for a pitch away just to do that. You see, this pitch is away from Mick, a breaking ball on the outside part of the plate, and he just hit it that way. Normally he'll try and pull that ball, but that's a good job of hitting there. Had everybody fooled.
Yeah, Albert Bell was way over by the 365 mark in left center. This is Alan Trammell. Fastball outside for a ball. Tram batting .313. Didn't play yesterday. Had the day off, but he's hitting 4 of his last 5 ball games. Good breaking pitch that time. Evens the count at 1-1. You know, Tram hit his 5th home run of the season yesterday. That's 179 for his career. Just needs 5 more to tie Charlie Gehringer for 10th place in the all-time Tiger list. Outside once again, going away with a fastball to Tram. Tram is 4 for 12 off of Nagy, lifetime. Chopper foul, evens the count at 2-2. Charles Nagy looked upon by the Cleveland organization as one of their future top prospects, and out with shingles and shoulder injury last year, most of the season. There's a base hit to left. Mickey Tettleton had to hold up to make sure the ball got through, and he goes into third base. So that puts runners on the corners with 1 down for Chris Gomez.
Omar Vizquel did a good job of decoying Tettleton. You see Tram gets that ball in the middle part of the plate, a breaking ball. See Vizquel act like he's going to catch it, and that kept Mickey Tettleton from advancing any further until that ball got past the shortstop, and then he could only go to third.
Infield will play a double play depth for Chris Gomez. Young Chris is hitting 4 of his last 5 games, and during that time going 5 for 15. Breaking ball, a hanger for a ball. What a year this youngster has had for the Tigers. 273, 7 home runs, 38 runs driven in. Hit his 7th home run Saturday night against Toronto. It's been a big plus for Detroit this season. And defensively at short and at second base. To me, Jim, he's played both positions flawlessly.
He's played very well. He's a good, steady player. I don't know what happened in that first inning where I assumed that he was covering.
Well, that was a mental mistake between him and Tram.
He must have forgotten, because with a right-hand hitter, he's supposed to be covering unless they think Albert Bell's going to go to right field, which he doesn't do.
Sinker. Runners on the corners. That's Mickey Tettleton on at third. Alan Trammell's at first. Tettleton had doubled and moved up to third on Tram's single to left. 1 down. Ball 2, strike 1 to Chris Gomez. Nasty slider that time. Boy, that's a tough pitch for a right-handed hitter to hang off of, Jim.
You bet it is, especially when Chris looks like he's trying to pull the ball. The ball's out of the strike zone. He's a little over-anxious. That ball he couldn't have hit anyway. It was well out of the strike zone. It fooled him.
There's a high chopper. Tomei charges. The play will be at the plate. And Tettleton is safe. Everybody's safe. The Tigers pick up a run. A high throw from Jim Tomei, the third baseman, allowed Tettleton to slide under the tag of Sandy Alomar. Gomez safe at first. Tram goes down to second on the play.
Be a fielder's choice and an RBI. The ball is chopped by Gomez, and Tomei comes in, and the grass is wet and slippery. You can see him come in. He gets the ball on the short hop, has plenty of time if he can make a throw, but he slipped on the grass, threw it off the line, and it was high, and it allowed Tettleton to score. Good job by Mickey. He got a good jump at third.
2 on, 1 down for Tony Phillips. There's a strike to him. He couldn't hold back. Good play by Alomar.
Here's another look. You can see Tommy is way off balance and makes a high throw.
He figured he had no chance to get the double play. Why not get the run and the runner at home?
Good throw. He gets the run at home.
Right.
He made the right choice. He just made a bad throw.
1 strike to Phillips. Another one almost the same spot. Nagy throws a lot of breaking pitches. Nice crowd on hand tonight. Kids 14 and under get to run around the bases, Jim, so you're going to get in line right after the game.
I'm in line right now. You need a wheelchair, though.
That's right.
You're going to push the wheelchair for me?
No. that might be too difficult. I have to get
We'd have 2 cripples out there.
A couple mules out there.
We'd have to hitch up 2 wheelchairs and have 2 pushers.
That pitch is going to bring pitching coach Phil Regan out. Talk to his right-hander.
Phil, when he left Detroit, went over to the Dodgers, and they called him the Vulture. He was the #1 reliever out of the bullpen, and he won a lot of ball games. Had a lot of saves over with the Dodgers.
Out there, I would think, to tell his pitcher, hey, you have good stuff tonight. You're nitpicking too much. He's throwing a lot of breaking pitches in the dirt. Challenge the hitters. Regan, a Michigan native, Phil Regan. Ostego? Is that where he's Ostego?
Otsego?
I doubt it.
Didn't he from? I thought he was from Grand Rapids. I'll look it up there. I know he lived there for a while.
Ball 2, strike 1 to Phillips.
That's where he was born, Otsego.
I was right, huh?
Yep. You just couldn't pronounce it.
That's right. I'm from Pennsylvania, remember? Ball 3, strike 1 to Phillips. 1 down, 2 on. Tigers need runs. They trail 3-1. Ball 4, that'll load him up. First walk of the ball game given up by Nagy. To load him up for Lou Whitaker. Lou sent Kenny Lofton deep to center field his first time up for an out. Lou with 29 RBIs on the year. Infield at double play depth. That's foul.
Lou looking for the fastball in the bases loaded situation. He got it. He just got out in front of it and hit it foul. Lou's as good in this situation most often as anybody.
Inside for a ball, evens the count at 1-1. Bases loaded, 1 down. That'll be out of play. Got a hanging breaking pitch that time. He'd like to have that one back.
Yes, he would. He just a little bit late on it. That was a good pitch to hit.
Bases loaded. Trammell's on third. Travis at second. Tony Phillips, the runner at first. And 1 ball, 2 strikes to Lou Whitaker. Little tapper, and that goes just foul.
It's a foul ball. The first base umpire, it's the umpire, home plate umpire's call.
Right.
Sorrento took it foul, he may have, well, would have scored a run, but we'll see what happens. He may have wanted to get that fair and get an out. Now Lou has a second chance.
Lou Whitaker, 2,000, played over 2,000 games and has over 1,000 RBIs. And a mainstay.
Fryman is out, the second out of the inning, and here's the big guy, Cecil Fielder. Boy, the crowd knows it too, and they come alive as Cecil steps in. They know with one swing of the bat, he could put the Tigers in front.
And Cecil should have good swings off of Righetti if they decide to pitch to him, which I think they will. He doesn't throw as hard as he once did, and I don't think he's able to pound Cecil inside like Henkin.
He came right down the middle with a fastball. One strike to Cecil. Phillips walked to lead off this inning. He was bunted to second, and he's there with 2 outs. Ball hangs outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Mike Henneman continues to throw in the bullpen. Usually that means that he's coming in.
Yeah, I saw Trzaskowski motion to him as he came out of the dugout. You're going in the game, and he's congratulated David Wells. Outside ball 2. Ball 2 and strike 1 to Cecil. Oh, he could tear the roof off this place with a long blow right now. Look out. Righetti coming in tight with a fastball and almost hit him.
But this is where they want to pitch him. Certainly not this far inside, but they want to pitch him high inside if they can.
We'll see how bad they want to pitch to him here on a 3-1 count. That'll make it 3-2 to Cecil. Ball 3, strike 2 as we look at it.
Oh, that's a terrible strike. Terrible strike. You ought to be upset, Cecil.
Dave Righetti gets ready, and the payoff pitch. Cecil fouls it away. Still 3-2 to the big man. Borders racing out to the mound to say something to Righetti.
That's probably to tell him, hey, you do have a base open now. You don't have to make the pitches all that good if you can help it.
He's set for the 3-2 pitch. And he walked him. Cecil gets a walk. They have 2 runners aboard for Gibson. Gibson has had a single tonight in 3 trips. He could tie this game or put the Tigers in front. Left-handers normally do not bother Gibson that much. He had a big rip at a fastball. And strike to Gibson with 2 runners aboard.
I'll tell you one thing, he has not come to a very much of a stop. It looked like he got his hands moving back, and I think the second base umpire told him, hey, you better make sure you make a stop.
Gibson waiting on Righetti. Curveball is low, and it's 1-1. Well, the crowd's on go. They're ready to erupt if Gibson could put one in orbit. Tigers down at one time, 5-0. Now trail 5-4 with 2 runners aboard. Playing a little cat and mouse with each other right now. This one high ball too. Ball 2 and strike 1. Righetti has walked 2 this inning. He's going to have to come to Gibson right here. Gibson. Dean Palmer has hit 2 home runs for Texas tonight. All the Tigers want from Gibson right here is 1.
Well, Gibson can be very patient here. Look for a pitch in a certain location. He only has 1 strike, so he can be very particular in this spot.
A 3-1 pitch. Oh, he broke a good curveball off. Righetti made a great pitch as he got the curveball over. And it's 3-2, and they'll all be running. Full count to Gibson. He went to 3-2 on Cecil, and he walked him. Now to Gibson. Ball is fouled on the first base line. There's been plenty of excitement at the old ballpark tonight. And they're waiting for one more key hit. 3-2, 2 outs, 2 on. Tigers down by 1. Everybody's got to set up again now as Righetti faked the throw to second base. Gibson stepped out. Righetti wanted to talk to his catcher. Junior Felix would bat next if Gibson can keep it alive. Now we get ready for the 3-2 pitch. He walked him.
The pitching coach Cisco out to the mound to talk to Righetti.
I don't think he makes the changes. I think Cito makes all the changes. which would seem to indicate he's going to let Righetti pitch to Junior Felix, who will turn around and bat right-handed. That's Woody Williams. He's been throwing. He is ready, I would assume, but
Hall is the one standing. Woody Williams is down, kneeling down. So I think Hall has emerged as their closer.
there'll be no pitching change made. Not at the moment. Junior Felix will bat right-handed for the first time tonight. He doubled his last time up and scored a run. So the bases are loaded here in the 8th inning for Junior Felix, and the Tigers down by a run.
Well, they like to feed Felix a lot of breaking balls, but Righetti has had very little success throwing his breaking ball over the plate.
This gets set to the first pitch to Felix. A bouncer to third. Sprague made a great play. Everybody's safe. Everybody's safe.
Oh, you got to give Gibson a lot of credit for that hustle down to second base. A bang-bang play, but boy, he beats it. And the relay to first. Take a look at it again. A great play here. Sprague gets up, fires to second, but Gibson hustling all the way. He is safe. They tried to turn it out at first base, but Felix gets there in time.
And we have a tie ball game at 5-5 here in the 8th inning, and the bases are still loaded. And Tettleton will turn around and bat right-handed. Mickey Tettleton had a 2-run homer his last time up. And the pitch is a strike to Tettleton. Bases loaded, 2 outs, and a run in here in the 8th inning. And the 1-strike pitch to Tettleton. They make it 1-1. They're getting a right-hander ready in a hurry in the Toronto bullpen. The 1-1 pitch to Tettleton. Way outside. Ball 2 and strike 1.
Well, Mickey, with that great eye, it would be great to see a base on balls right now.
He's gone a long way with Righetti here in the 8th inning. He has walked 3. He's behind Tettleton. Ball 2, strike 1. Now time is called. Imagine Righetti making his first appearance. Wants to be sure he has the signs right.
And he also may not know how the Blue Jays want to pitch certain hitters. He might have a thought in his mind, and Borders wanted something else, and he called him out.
He's ready for the 2-1 pitch. Strike. Evens the count at 2-2. Mickey just couldn't pull the trigger on it. Cecil at third. Gibson is the runner at second. And Junior Felix, the runner at first base. And the 2-2 pitch. 3-2, and they're all going to be running.
Base runners have to make sure he delivers the ball to home plate, particularly at second and first.
Gibson is telling Felix, don't start running till he throws. Ball 3, strike 2. This is a big pitch. And he struck him out. He got a curveball over, and Tettleton is caught looking. But the Tigers get a run, and at the end of 8, we're tied at 5. Bud Light play of the game took place in the first inning with 2 runs already in. Mike Huff, batting with a runner at second, singles into left field. Tony Phillips makes a great throw to home plate on a fly all the way to Tettleton. And John Olerud is out at home to prevent further damage. So $500 is being donated to Catch by Bud Light. Catch is the charity founded by Sparky Anderson, all for the benefit of the kids at Children's and Henry Ford hospitals.
As we take a look at the moon overhead on this very hot, humid night here at Tiger Stadium, a couple of changes for Detroit here. In the top of the 9th inning, new catcher Chad Kruder is behind the plate, and the new pitcher is Mike Henneman. Mike hasn't pitched for a while. He last pitched on Tuesday. 1 inning, allowed 2 hits and 2 runs, and of course he leads the team with 8 saves. He has 8 saves and 11 save opportunities, and he's the all-time Tiger leader with 135 saves.
We're in the 9th inning, tied at 5 as Henneman comes on to hold him. Pat Borders will lead off, Schofield, and then Devon White.
Well, what a great job David Wells did for the Tigers. He had a couple of shaky innings early in the ball game, but settled down and really did a great job from the 4th inning on. Only really 2 bad innings, first and 3rd innings, but pitched it very, very well tonight.
Yeah, he allowed only 3 hits, only 3 base runners after the 3rd inning. David Wells, outstanding outing tonight. There's a ground ball to short. They're going to have to hurry to get him. And they do. Borders doesn't run well. Fryman was in close. The ball got by him, and Trammell had to go in the hole and make the throw.
Boy, you believe this grass? It is so slow. Fortunately, Borders, a catcher, doesn't run well anymore, and it was an easy out, but had it been a faster runner, it would have been a very tough play.
Blue Jays are not at home on the artificial surface. These balls scoot through there quickly on the artificial surface. Here's Schofield. He's hitless tonight in 3 trips. Pitch is outside. We're in the 9th inning. Blue Jays 5, the Tigers 5. And Schofield batting with 1 out. Strike makes it 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch from Henneman is low, ball 2. Cincinnati has a 14-0 lead over the Braves in Atlanta in the 9th inning. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Makes it 2-2 to Schofield. Tap toward the mound. Easy play for Mike, and Dick Schofield is out. Well, there's 2 outs in the 9th inning. We'll be up to Devon White.
And you have to watch out for the first pitch from Devon. He likes to swing at that first fastball, and he has a lot of power from the left side. He's hit 10 home runs this year. 10 home runs, 36 runs batted in for a leadoff man.
First pitch. It's a ball. Devon White turning around, batting left-handed against the right-hander Henneman. And he pops it up into shallow left field. Tony Phillips is there, and the inning is over. We go to the bottom of the ninth. We're tied at 5.
The long distance hit of the week is brought to you by AT&T. This week's blast comes off the bat of Kirk Gibson, who sits one into the right center seats for a 4-run shot. That's known as a grand slam. It sealed the Tigers' 11-5 victory over the Angels. That's our AT&T long distance hit of the week.
Okay, the new pitcher is Woody Williams. He was just recalled from Syracuse just a couple of days ago. He's made one appearance since being called back, and that was against Cleveland.
Alan Trammell will lead it off, and a curveball in for a strike. Alan Trammell has had a home run in this game.
Williams had made 20 appearances for Toronto before being sent to Syracuse.
Strike two. He comes right out of the bullpen throwing strikes, and a strike two to Trammell. Trammell, Gomez, and Phillips will be the Tiger batters. Got him on 3 straight pitches, and Trammell didn't like that call at all. A breaking ball to the outside part of the plate, and he's called out on strikes.
Looks like a big breaking ball. And that's a tough pitch. Looked like it got the corner before breaking outside, but very difficult pitch to hit.
We'll bring up Gomez, who's had a home run and a walk in this game. Here's Gomez. He fouls it away. And strike to Gomez. We're tied at 5 in the bottom of the 9th inning. Tony Phillips in the on-deck circle. And it's strike two. This fellow has thrown nothing but strikes since coming on. There's another one fouled into the upper deck. This game in the 8th inning went right down to 3-2, bases loaded, and Dave Righetti threw a good curveball and caught Tettleton looking. And another one just stuck into the webbing of it, and they got it.
Woody Williams is throwing like Nolan Ryan. Of course, he's from Alvin, Texas.
Come on.
Where Nolan Ryan was born and still lives.